While Zuckerberg was on Capitol Hill, Gale spoke with another big name in Silicon Valley, Tesla CEO Elon Musk. Let's go back to Gale in Washington. Hi, Gale.
Hello, John. That's right. We were in California on Tuesday. Tesla CEO Elon Musk knows that the future of his electric car company depends on his ability to mass produce quality, affordable cars. But he also admits he's fallen way behind on the production goals for the popular Model 3. So on Tuesday, we went to Fremont, California. That's where the Tesla factory is. And we asked Elon Musk about the hundreds of thousands of people who put down $1,000 deposits and still have not received those cars. Should customers be worried? Should they be worried about what's happening with their Model 3 and when they will get their Model 3?
It's best to look at this not in an exact numerical way, but on a calendar basis. There shouldn't be a question mark as to whether somebody's going to get their car. It's just, yes, you'll definitely get your car. It's going to be 6 to 9 months longer than expected.
Are you saying people don't really need to be worried? This is a little hiccup right now.
It's a 6 to 9 month time shift. That's literally it. And 3 of those months have already passed.
Have you had many cancellations of the Model 3, people frustrated by the long wait?
It's mostly like people canceled because, they just needed a car and we didn't have a car for them.
But do you feel, Elon Musk personally, a lot of pressure and a big burden on your shoulders because so many people believe in this product and believe in this company because of you? Because of you.
Okay, well, I will hope that faith is not misplaced.
Well, tomorrow on CBS This Morning, we'll share more of our interview with Elon Musk. He will give us the first ever look inside the Model 3 production line. You see it there, and explain why its production delays have been worse than expected. Guys, he has answers for all of this. He's very confident. He knows he's under the gun. You know, the waiting list has over 400,000 people on it who have each put down $1,000, and they want those cars.
It's interesting. Shareholders will be watching that interview closely. That the stock's taken a hit over the past few months over those concerns. So it's important to hear from him now. Gale, thanks for looking forward to it.
Elon Musk says he's feeling the pressure to meet the production goals for the Model 3. That's the company's first mass market car. Last week, Tesla predicted it would produce about 5,000 of the vehicles a week by the end of June. Tesla has struggled to meet previous goals, and Musk knows there are very high expectations.
I definitely feel stressed. Yeah, it's been incredibly difficult and painful the last several months.
Painful?
Absolutely, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sleeping on the factory floor, not because I think that's like a fun place to sleep. You know, terrible.
Sleeping on the factory floor why are you doing that?
Because I didn't have time to go home and shower.
It's that simple?
Yes. I don't believe people should be experiencing hardship while the CEO is off on vacation.
Musk is still very optimistic and very confident, I have to say, about where Tesla's headed. And tomorrow on CBS This Morning, he will give us a first ever look inside the Model 3 production line. He'll also show us how the company is moving beyond, quote, production hell. He told us he knew it was going to be hard, but he did say that it's harder than he thought it was going to be. But he has some ideas, and he feels confident that they will turn it around.
Probably nervous for everyone else to have the CEO on the shop floor there looking over their shoulder.
Well, he thinks it sends a message. He says you have to lead from the front lines. Because I said, well, you're not out there building the machines or doing anything with the cars. He goes, no, but I can solve problems when they arrive right in real time. Yeah. So he's taking this very, very seriously.
Looking forward to that. Thank you.
The world has seen very few true rock star CEOs. People like Henry Ford, Jack Welch in the 80s, Steve Jobs, Warren Buffett. Right now, it seems like no one has a bigger cult following than Elon Musk. He sends rockets into space. He digs holes in the ground. He sells flamethrowers. And he makes cars, too. I want to talk about the car thing. Ever since the Roadster a decade ago, Tesla has had a habit of postponing. First it's the unveilings, then it's the production of new models. Oh, and they've also had more than their share of manufacturing glitches and quality issues. Now Tesla is behind on its production milestones for the Model 3. Elon Musk calls it production hell. Production hell? It's called making cars. It's what a car company does. There's a whole industry that's been mass producing these things for a century. The problem, I think, is that Musk is, as usual, trying to disrupt when he should just be doing. For example, Tesla could have just set up a Model 3 production line like any other. Instead, he told us he wanted to revolutionize car production.
And that's what the Gigafactory is about.
Meanwhile, customers just want to get their cars. Vision is essential. Henry Ford had a vision. Elon Musk has a vision. But now Musk is running an automaker with a market capitalization bigger than Ford Motor Company's, even though it sells a fraction of the cars. Why? Probably because investors, especially tech investors, like Elon Musk's big plans for the future of transportation. I like those plans too. But for them to become a reality, Tesla needs to get past the awkward startup phase. Elon Musk, once again, is sleeping at the factory. Seriously, he just said he's doing that. Do you think Mary Barra needs to sleep at a GM plant? It's time to really execute on this whole car building thing like a real car company. That was, after all, what made Henry Ford a household name.
We asked another Silicon Valley titan, that's Tesla CEO Elon Musk, about the Facebook controversy during an interview yesterday in California. Do you think now is a time for regulations in Silicon Valley?
I think whenever there's something that affects the public good, then there does need to be some form of public oversight. I do think that there should be regulations on AI. I think there should be regulations on social media to the degree that it negatively affects the public good. You can't have like willy-nilly proliferation of fake news. That's crazy. You can have more clicks on fake news than real news. That's allowing public deception to go unchecked. That's crazy.
Elon Musk says Tesla takes steps to keep its customer data private. Tomorrow on CBS This Morning, he'll talk to us about how he's tackling recent production problems that have plagued the electric car maker, and he will give us a first ever look inside the assembly line for the Model 3. That's Tesla's first mass market vehicle. He's very smart, very serious. He's under the gun as well, and he has a lot of work to do, and he's ready to do that, and is doing it.
He's ready for regulations, but it sounds more like what they used to say about taxes. Don't tax me, tax the other guy behind the tree. Does he want regulations on the data he uses? Probably not.
Probably not, but he surprised me. I was expecting him to say, no, I don't want any regulations in Silicon Valley, but no, he's very thoughtful in his answer and how he thinks.
I can't wait to see.
And can I just say kudos to you for flying back in the middle of the night on the red eye?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
We landed at JFK at 5:05.
Very impressive. Very impressive.
It is amazing.
In 2003, Tesla Motors is founded by friends and engineers Martin Eberhard and Mark Tarpenning, who named the company for the physicist Nikola Tesla. Elon Musk, the guy we think of when we hear Tesla, became chairman of the board and lead investor a year later, and he helped the company raise $7.5 million in the first round of its funding. The first Tesla was the Roadster. It used lithium-ion battery cells, and it had a range greater than 200 miles per charge. It also cost more than $100,000. The year Tesla celebrated its 5th birthday, Musk was named CEO. By this time, Musk has reportedly invested $70 million of his own money into the company. As CEO, Musk announces the second Tesla, the Model S. Starting at $50,000, it was the first electric luxury sedan. By 2010, Tesla was looking to grow. Enter Toyota. The automotive giant invests in Tesla, helping the company buy a shuttered factory in Fremont, California to build cars. In the same year, Tesla raised $226 million in its IPO. It was the first American car company to go public since Ford. 3 years after Musk unveiled the Model S, deliveries began, and Tesla announced its next car, the Model X, an SUV. Tesla also quietly started building supercharging stations across California. 2013 was a big year. Dangerously close to bankruptcy, Musk actually had a handshake deal with Google to buy the struggling car company. But at the end of the first quarter, Tesla posted profits for the first time since going public. Musk then broke off negotiations with Google. Later that year, 3 Model S sedans caught fire following damage to the car's batteries. Tesla reinforced the battery compartments on all the other Model S's, but the stock still plummeted. Hoping to drive down the cost of batteries, Tesla started construction on a battery factory outside of Reno, Nevada. In 2015, after more than 2 years of delays, the company finally launches the Model X. Tesla has more than 50,000 vehicles on the road and 419 supercharging stations.